Welcome back to another episode where we break down the National Electrical Code, one section at a time in plain text, simple terms for those just starting out in the electrical trade. Today's topic is NEC 110.26A3, which covers the height of working space around your electrical equipment. If you have ever worked under low ceilings, inside mechanical rooms, or in cramped closets, you'll quickly see why this rule exists and why it's a crucial part of electrical safety. Let's dive in. So first, what does height of working space even mean? When you're working on electrical equipment like a panel board or disconnect, you need space not just in front of you, but also above and below you. NEC 110.26A3 makes sure that the area from the floor to the ceiling where you're working is tall enough and clear enough for you to do your job safely. It ensures you have room to stand up fully, use tools comfortably, wear PPE like face shields or arc suits, and avoid bumping into pipes, ducts, and other hazards. Let's break it down in plain English. The working space shall be clear and extend from the floor height to the height of 6 feet, or 6 feet and 6 inches, or to the height of the equipment, whichever is greater. So basically, you need at least 6.5 feet of vertical clearance where you're working. If the electrical equipment is taller than 6.5 feet, then the clearance must match the full height of the equipment. This entire space must be clear from any obstructions. That means no water pipes, ductworks, lights, or shelves hanging down into that space. So why was this rule added to the code? Because for a long time, electrical gear was being installed in tight, low ceiling areas like janitor closets, under stairwells, or low basement ceilings. People were expected to work bent over, crouching, or constantly ducking under pipes. That's unsafe and unprofessional. In an emergency, you may need to step back quickly or escape an area. Low ceilings and overhead obstructions make that harder and more dangerous. Plus, working in cramped space can increase the risk of accidental contact with energized parts, trips or falls, and arc flash injuries if PPE is compromised. The NEC added this rule to ensure that electrical workers have a safe, open vertical space to do their job without dodging ductwork or squeezing into tight nooks. Let's talk more about the word clear. The height of working space must be clear of any foreign systems, meaning things not part of the electrical systems. This includes sprinkler pipes, gas lines, HVAC ducts, water lines, low-hanging lights, shelving. These things are not allowed in the required vertical working space. The only things that can be in this space are electrical raceways, electrical cable trays, or other parts that are directly related to the electrical equipment. So if there's a water pipe running directly over your panel, that's a code violation. Let's say you're inspecting a panel board installed in a mechanical closet. The room has an 8-foot ceiling, good so far, but the water pipe that hangs down to 6 feet directly in front of the panel. According to the NEC 110.26A3, this is not compliant. Why? Because you need at least 6.5 feet of clear height, and that pipe drops into your working space. Even if you have the right width and depth, you are still violating the height requirement. So in this case, the pipe needs to be relocated, or the panel does. Here are some helpful things to keep in mind when applying 110.26A3 in the field. Minimum height, 6.5 feet. Always check for headroom. Use measuring tape if necessary. Clear means clear. No foreign pipes, shelves, or ducts in the working space. Check for full equipment height. If the gear is taller than 6.5 feet, the working space must match that of the full height. Plan ahead. Don't install panels in low areas or under utility pipes. Think about future servicing. Document violations. If you see overhead obstructions during an inspection, note it and bring it up to the project manager or AHJ attention. And that's a full breakdown of NEC 110.26A3, height of working space. To recap, you need at least 6.5 feet of vertical clearance where you're working. That space must be free of pipes, ducts, and unrelated systems. The rule was created to make sure electricians have safe, open space to do their jobs without unnecessary hazards above or below. As every part of the NEC 110.26, the main idea is this: you can't work safely if you don't have room to move. Thanks for listening.